Former Transnet and Eskom Chief Financial Officer Anoj Singh has failed to appear before a disciplinary hearing against him. SAICA wants Singh to answer 18 charges of gross negligence and misconduct. Newzroom Africa's Malungelo Booi has more.
Neither Anoj Singh nor his lawyers set foot at the disciplinary hearings. But the South African Institute for Chartered Accountants says the embattled former Chief Financial Officer had been made aware of the gathering. Despite his absence, the proceedings went ahead, with the disciplinary hearing chairperson indicating that a not guilty plea would be entered on the record. Part of the 18 charges Singh is facing relate to the procurement of the controversial 1064 locomotives.
We will be submitting to the committee ultimately that the allegations which we hope to demonstrate by way of evidence that we will demonstrate is that he effectively abused his position or simply failed to look after the interests of Transnet.
SAICA's legal team says Singh misled the Transnet board into approving the 1064 locomotive business case.
The complaints related to information that was provided to the board in the business case itself, certain misrepresentations that we complain about, or failure to disclose full information to the board, leading to approvals in circumstances where information wasn't fully disclosed to the board or misrepresented to the board.
The accountancy body's first witness was former Transnet senior manager Francis Collard. He pointed out those misrepresentations and contradictions, which he says Singh knew about.
The most senior person in charge who was aware of these inconsistencies, having dealt with the detail of the process, and I go through by this that we did the page-by-page turn of the business case with him, that he was informed of the changes in the NPV and that the forex rates were included and or changed. By inference, one cannot, I put it, plead ignorance that I was unaware that there was a forex configuration to this business case, that he instructed Mr. Mohammed in the evidence which I gave to Zondo and which is fully in other reports, Funduza reports, for example, to change that final to say excluding hedging and escalation. With all that base knowledge, I submit it's a deliberate misrepresentation.
SAICA will call on 2 more witnesses who are former employees at Transnet to testify on its behalf. It's awaiting confirmation of another witness who is currently employed at Transnet. The hearings, which are scheduled for 3 days, will also look at Singh's conduct while at Eskom. For Newzroom Africa on Channel 405, I'm Malungelo Booi in Johannesburg.